Mundo is based on a true story that we've been working on over the past 18 months with Terra Nova Productions. It's from a set of plays that we've been working in called Arrivals. They're stories about immigration. And we've been working with people right across Northern Ireland who are first-generation immigrants and second-generation immigrants, learning about their lives, hearing about their experiences and their stories, and then bringing them to stage.
Hi everyone, and welcome to this experience. My name is Jack and I'm going to be leading you through the space. This is just like a normal piece of theatre, except that it happens all around you, and at the end you get to tell us what you think. This is the story of a Northern Irish woman and her, well, you'll just have to wait and see. It's their story. And as they say in the newspapers, names have been changed to protect the innocent. You can call her Lisa.
Their story, it's a mix of fact and fiction. However, the issues that they face are the real things. And funnily enough, very good friends of mine are going through the same difficulty. She's from Canada and he's from here, and they're ploughing their way through real difficulties. You know, they've been told that they can't stay together here. They have a very young baby, so it's grossly unfair. This issue, really very unfair. It's, you know, tearing families apart.
Hey.
Yes! Baby! A baby! I'm going to have a baby in Peru. And don't you understand? I love you, but it's too soon.
When I heard the story for the first time, it really touched me. It moved me, and I wanted the audience to have the feeling I had when I heard the story for the first time. And one of the things we wanted to do was we wanted the audience to feel it, to experience it, to be able to touch it, see it, smell it. So rather than just sitting and watching this show, we have created a show that you come in, that you walk through, that you are part of, that you are part of the dance class. You know, you're seeing them fall in love. You know, you're part of that park. You're creating a park for them to walk in, to talk in, all of those different elements, so that the audience get a real sense of this story themselves.
I just couldn't believe that the British government thought they had the right to deport my husband. I mean, I really wanted to fight somebody about that. Sorry, pregnancy hormones.
Well, let me explain. If you are an immigrant, you must pass the test of Britishness. ¿Verdad? So I must study Monty Python and the Wars of the Roses. So I'm curious, how many British people would actually pass this test?
I think those issues need to be highlighted. I think people need to know about them. So it's a great way of doing them in that way. And maybe they would go under the radar if they were not highlighted or told in stories like this before. So I think definitely they need to be told. I'd like the audience to be able to see that those people, no matter where they come from, they're real people like you and me, and they all have the stories and the loves and the ups and the downs, and it will be good for them to have that idea without the preconceived ideas that society puts on certain groups of people and all.
In 2012, the UK government took the significant step of ruling that the right to British residency was no longer purely dependent on family relationship and marital status. Sponsoring your family now includes a financial element.
I think theatre, I think the arts are a very good way of tackling all kinds of issues. But if we're sticking to this type of issue, which is a political issue, which is, some might see it as quite a controversial issue, I think theatre is a good way of doing that.
Mrs. Domingo, I have no further news.
No, we just need some advice.
Yes.
Last time we were here, you told us about the English language exam, and that if Joaquin passed that, that would improve our case.
Yes, you must have a valid English language exam. I recommended the Trinity College one. It's only £150.
Yeah, well, we've received an email from them saying that they'll only accept a valid passport, an EU ID or medical ID. Now, we've paid the £600 NHS surcharge for Joaquin, but that doesn't entitle him to a medical ID, so we'd have to, write to the Home Office to get his passport back.
I don't recommend that. If we ask for the passport, it'll just flag up his case for another deportation order.
But Trinity won't let him sit the exam if he doesn't have a passport.
So the government not release the passport, and the government no accept the application without the English exam.
Yes. I'm afraid so, and I can see...
So we can't do nothing. We should go home. Come, please.
One of the things we want to do in Terra Nova is create really unique experiences, for the audience. And that's one of the things we particularly have tried to do here with the third installment of the Arrivals. Mundo will be a complete unique performance where the audience comes through, 25 people at a time, walking through experience and living the story, and then they move from that into a workshop where they're able to discuss everything that's happening.